voters or bribe the judges, whoever you are. Thank you, I appreciate this. About 3 months after starting my speaker's business, my beautiful partner, Deliska, and I went to the Milwaukee Art Museum. We walked into that beautiful atrium, and the mayor of Milwaukee, Cavalier Johnson, was giving a press conference. And there was about 50 people seated there, and several behind them standing where we took a position, and he was blocking the entrance to the museum. After about 10 minutes of political bloviation, he ended. He stepped away from the podium, and that's when Deliska jumped into action. She said, "Take off that jacket. Get up on that podium." So I went up there. He was over there. And I was doing this. And she was taking pictures. And those photos became the original photos in my speaker's B-roll. Believe before you can achieve. No, folks, fake it until you make it. And it's been a rough year. But one of my highlights this year was, Mike, your workshop here. I really appreciate that, and a lot of people in discussion afterwards talked about how great that was. Amplify your impact. Make that audience remember you. Mike, I know you're a Hall of Famer, and you're certainly the most prolific speaker and generous man that I've met. But you missed something. Mike, I figured out a way to make your audience remember you forever. Now, folks, if you want to pick up on this, I'll give you a couple seconds to grab a pen and write this one down. Are you ready for this? You want to hear this?
Yes.
Briefly.
Wait.
Here we go.
Briefly, give me a break. This is the first time somebody handed me a mic. I'm used to talking for 3.5 hours in front of CEOs. The best way you can make an audience remember you is to have a medical incident in the middle of your speech. That's right. Those people I spoke with on October 23rd will never forget Rick Chaplesky. And when that EMT rolled me on the gurney into the hospital, I felt like a Roman conqueror, having conquered a foreign land successfully, knowing that audience was never going to be the same. Now, it's been a good year, too. Last week, speaking took me to Alaska, and I brought my beautiful partner again, and we did a lot of Alaska things. We ate halibut, we went on a whale cruise, and we learned the hard way not to test bear spray in the hotel room. That was a bad one. But I've really wanted to win this award, if I'm honest here.
Picking up on that since we had a prepared speech.
It's not great. Yeah, I kind of looked around the room and I thought to myself, if you want to win the Rising Star Award, you got to kind of emulate rising stars. And I'm not really funny like Kristen. Trust me, you don't need me to prove that I don't sing like Amber. So I decided to look deeper in the archives of Rising Stars, and that's where I met Eliz. I thought to myself, what would Eliz Green do to win this award? And then the idea came to me. I'm going to have an open heart surgery. That might seem extreme to some of you, but that's what I do. As they wheeled me from the holding area towards the ER, and Deliska was left with a 12-inch black and white in that room watching reruns of Price is Right, they pulled me into the OR, and that's a scary place. It's bright lights, people masked up, and as they were shackling me down to the bed, they injected me with the sedative, and the last thoughts that I had were NSA Wisconsin champion, Rising Star Award. Now, a few days later, I was told. A few days later, I woke up in the ICU, and my surgeon came in. And now, normally when a surgeon comes in to talk with you, you're thinking they're going to ask you questions like, how are you doing? Are you feeling okay? How does the incision feel, right? That seems normal. No, my surgeon was, this is a true story, my surgeon was holding a pad of paper and a pen, like this. And his first question was, what was that book you told me? What was that book you just recommended? What are you talking about? It was the book you were talking about in the OR. What was that book? I don't know. Well, it turns out that they don't bust out the chainsaw immediately after you go into the OR. They put you under, and you're under for a good hour or so of the prepping. Well, I guess I gave a 1-hour negotiation seminar to ER 33 at Freighter Hospital. And he wanted to follow up with some notes, and I'm kind of ticked off about it because I did it pro bono. So folks, that just proves that whatever room you're walking into, whether it's a beautiful atrium, a hotel room, or the OR, as a speaker, even if you're unconscious, you can make a difference. Because what could you win? You just